All right. Vigilante Williamson here on the 76th episode of the Culture Crime Fighters. Joined by my partner in Culture Crime Fighting, none other than the man, the myth, the legend, Matt from Foulball Productions. How you doing, man?
I am very well, and I am very glad to be here. It's truly an honor, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah. I appreciate you being here, man. Appreciate it.
It's good to be here. It is good to be here. Now, I wanted to share something with the audience that I shared with you. I was at a local watering hole in Austin, Texas, that often frequents comedians, and I was hanging out there, and I ran into Gabe Davis, the guy that we did the podcast with. Now, I wasn't really sure how he felt about everything because I didn't really speak to him afterwards. I just said thank you and sent him the link, and then I think he just gave me like one of the thumbs up on like a message, kind of thing, like add reaction. And I was like, I don't know what he thinks of me now. If he thinks I'm some kind of alt-right white supremacist or some crazy shit. It's Austin after all. But I ran into him, and the reception was really positive. He was very warm. And he said, that he was. I was like, "Oh, hey man, good to see you." He said he liked it. He listened back to the show, and he said he was happy to do it, and he would do it again. He would be on the show anytime. Which I was like, "That's
cool." We didn't
great.
scare him off. That's always dope.
Yeah, I thought that was huge. I was like, "Oh, very very cool." Like he liked us. Okay, good. Like, you never know. I mean, it's different when you have like guests on that we kind of already are on the same page with versus someone who's like a total outsider. Like might think we're wacky. I don't know, but he didn't. He liked us.
Yeah, well, I mean, we are insane, but like that's kind of our growth. We're kind of growing and being like an actual podcast where anyone can kind of come on, talk, and be welcome. And shit. We're inclusive over here.
Yes, we're extremely inclusive here at the Culture Crime Fighters. That's what we do.
Mad inclusivity.
Mad inclusivity. I saw it was Mr. Dick Weiser's birthday party.
Yeah, it was. I was in the chat and didn't realize he had sent the link, so I hopped on. That's why this kind of started later. But yeah.
Yeah, he sent me the link as well, and I meant to join. I meant to jump on, but couldn't because I was asleep.
Oh man.
I woke up and got the link. Show was over. I was like, oh shit. I just passed out. I was quite tired. Yesterday was a really long day at work, and Friday was a really long stream.
Yes.
And it's just kind of been one of those weeks, and I was after work, I stopped by the brewery that I work to next door and chatting up a young lady for a little while, and came back here and just passed out. So,
hey, if I had the Love Doctor drop, I would toss that in.
She actually, I mean, you never know, but this girl was kind of cool. I've been doing this novel technique called listening.
On the Reddit and looking for strats, I see.
Not really. No, it's got nothing.
That's a joke that listening is a strat.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was like, maybe that is. I don't know. I mean, there's always angles on everything. No, but I think I have a habit, not a very good habit, of overly asserting my own points of view or beliefs or whatever on people, and it doesn't always go well. You know what I mean? It's not always well received, and people here in Austin, like a lot of them, I think just kind of want to hear their own thoughts mirrored back to them. I don't think they're really all that interested in controversial takes or having a complex, nuanced discussion about things. That's obviously not everybody, but it's just kind of a lot. So I've really been sort of, I'll drop jokes and stuff, like I'll make sarcastic comments and things, but I still, for the most part, I'm not really asserting anything that I believe. I'm just listening and trying to get a better sense of a person's point of view and what they believe, and not really inserting anything of my own in there. Even if I think it's patently absurd. Like, for instance, like that guy that I work with who's just got to get his Rachel Maddow. You're just like,
can't believe that's a real thing. Hey, I've done that myself, so I'm not anything. But I guess a couple of questions. Do you feel like, are you cool? First off, are you okay with this new, technique of just like, okay, even if it's absurd, even if they got to get the Rachel Maddow, even if it's like, China's great, communism is awesome. Like, are you cool, or do you feel yourself like, Jesus?
No, cool. I'm really cool about it. I like it a lot, and I think it's just something that I'm truly beginning to embody. That I am different than most of the people around me. You know, I am not like them. I never will be. I'm not a person who fits in. I just don't fit in ever.
Yeah.
I'm not. That's just like I'm like that Tech Nine lyric where it's like I realize I'll never fit in, so it's my job to stand out. Kind of thing. It's sort of like that. It's like, all right, look, there's no amount of like that's just not going to work. So what I've been doing, and it's not like quitting. It's not like abandoning my own principles. Like, oh yeah, totally, Biden's doing a great job. Like it's just flat. Just keep asking questions and genuinely getting inside people's heads. Which brings me to the girl that I was talking to right before earlier tonight when I was at the bar, and she's friends with the bartender who's there, and the bartender really sweet, but you know, until she's not, right? Like she seems really sweet now, but she also looks to me to be like hardcore on the left kind of person, you know? Like I don't know her, she's never expressed anything to me, but I just have a pretty good feeling on it, you know what I mean? And so when her friend sat down, it was pretty cute. We were having like a conversation, and we started talking about football, and she said she didn't like Aaron Rodgers, and immediately what I thought she didn't like Aaron Rodgers for was because of the vaccine stuff.
Oh, sure. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Well, hey, listen, they didn't. You know what I mean? Those people, there's still people. I met another girl at a different bar who also couldn't date someone who listened to Joe Rogan. I was just like, it was utterly hilarious. Bizarre. I know. It was really funny.
You know why that's really bizarre? Let us put certain standards like that on them. Yeah, I can't date a chick that posts selfies on Instagram. Right? You know what I mean? It's like if men really swung with that, I don't date, which we probably should, these selfies.
Well, it's kind of funny because like we're not even really allowed to have standards like that. You know what I mean? It's gotten so far where it's like you're really not even allowed to have the opinion that you won't date trans women.
Yeah, right?
You know what I mean? It's like I can't date guys. Like I have to be happy about it. Like what are you talking about? Like I don't want to do that.
That's why, regardless of how we are in the culture, where there's certain things you just can't bend to, like from a principle standpoint, like that. Like if somebody asked, I would just be honest. I'm like, no, I would never ever do that. And it's like, why? Because I'm not going to, and you can't tell me who to do. I'll tell you who to date. Then how about that? You know, that'd be my response. But you're right. That it would still be a thing.
In their eyes, we're not really allowed to have those kinds of standards. And there'll always be some kind of reason for it. But the truth of the matter is, you can still very much have those standards and just not express them. You know what I mean? You just express them by not dating them, and that's
the smoothest way to do it, honestly.
Yeah. So what I just assumed sitting down there talking with this girl, you know, like what her problems was, and actually her reasons why not liking Aaron Rodgers were pretty funny. Like she doesn't like his helmet. Like she's like, it's so bulbous. Like he looks absurd. It was pretty funny. And then like a few other things, and like not one mention of like the vaccine. She's like some things that he said, and I was like, is it coming? Is it coming? And I was like, oh no. Like, no, nothing. And, talked a little bit about just, I don't know, a bunch of different things. And then like, but kept asking questions and just curiously getting to know this person without like any kind of assertion or any kind of like, oh, do you agree with me on this kind of thing? Like nothing like that. But then because of that, I was able to get a pretty good picture of this girl. And I was like, oh shit, this girl's actually like pretty cool. So like I asked her out after that because I was like, oh, okay, like that, you seem cool. You're pretty sexy. We get along and you're not crazy. It's like, all right, dope. Like, listening is pretty rad.
Yeah, it works. It works. So
it's also helpful.
That's
it's not
the
even
PSA.
That it works.
Listen to other human beings, everyone.
Yeah, well, it's not even like that it works. It's just a really cool place to operate from because it's like you haven't shown any of your cards. They've shown all of theirs. And then you get to see like what kind of then you can kind of more wisely navigate the conversation, right? Like if you start to get the indication this is sort of like a wacky social justice person, you're like, okay, to play the conversation appropriately. If you think like, oh, maybe they're like a little bit of a thinker, I can kind of let some of my guard down here and maybe have a real conversation. But like, I don't know, it's just a very I think I was kind of just blindly stepping into minefields before, you know what I mean? Just be like, I hope I don't step on a bomb, but now it's like I'm sweeping the field and then be like, okay, there's a bomb there, there's a bomb there. It's much smarter, much more nimble.
do you find like the fact that you've been in LA and Austin like the thing that kind of made you do this where maybe you wouldn't have adjusted? I don't know why I'm,
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's only the thing I had to adjust because I have to adjust.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we live in an era where having the wrong opinion. We live in a society where having the wrong opinion can get you ostracized from certain communities, and especially in these progressive communities. Like a lot of them play it, they're really very tribal about what they believe and who's allowed to think things and blah blah fucking blah. But like it was it's something that I just had to adjust to because like it was kind of like what happened when I was talking about that girl who the one who liked the Rogan thing where it's like vaxxed. Anti-Trump, the whole thing. I was like, well, I'm all three of those, but it doesn't behoove me necessarily to express that. Now, I would like to, in a perfect world, I think I should be able to, but it does kind of make sense that it's just sort of like, all right, you know what, avoid that one, slip that punch, and just keep moving forward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hey, keep it simple, and just the less confrontational you are, the easier I guess things are, or not the less confrontational, but the less. I guess less need for needless confrontation, right?
Yes.
Because this doesn't solve any. Like you're not going to be right. Even if you're right, it's not the point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, and they're not gonna. It's not like they're gonna suddenly be like, oh, you know what? I didn't really think of it that way. I mean, some people will
reading Time and Soul just after this conversation.
Right. Exactly. You know what? Yeah. But yeah, no, I think it's kind of a positive thing. It's like a good thing, and it's an empowering thing for me because also like it just gives me so much ammunition to deal with people.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Cool. It's your personal development.
Yes.
Your personal growth.
Yes, I will check back with you if. Yeah. I was just thinking about this thing that happened to me the other night, and I was wondering if I should bring it up because I talked about it on the cocktail lounge.
Yeah.
And I feel like we kind of covered it. I don't know. There was just this thing with these girls, and like they asked me to give them a ride, and I couldn't fit them in my car. And then they kind of got weird about it, and I was just like, I don't know why this is becoming uncomfortable, but it is. I was like, is this my fault? Did I do something wrong? You know what I mean? Like I just feel like I run into conflict constantly, and was like, I don't understand how this always happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, another thing. I mean, you can't make everyone happy all the time either. So sometimes it's like, hey, whatever, man. And with these like people you knew, because I feel like I got caught some of this, but maybe not all of it on the cocktail lounge because this is before I joined.
All right, I'll just let you know. So it was just these two girls. I knew one of them sort of, like very, very casually. I bartended with her one time at an event. She's pretty sexy Latina lady. She's
Latinx.
Very, very tiny. Yes, sorry. Excuse me, Latinx. She's pretty sexy, and we were talking. Her and her friend. They were both actually super cool. For girls in like I think they're in their early 20s. I think. I think maybe the one girl's in her mid 20s, the other girl's in her early 20s, but whatever. So we were, chatting it up, and they were like really funny. Like they had like good personalities. They had like really interesting conversations. Like they were clearly like their own. They were thinkers. Like it's not like they were, educated necessarily. Like they were, but they were open to ideas and having a real conversation. They weren't locked in their box. You know what I mean? So we sat there for a while, talked, and then it was time to go home, and then went out to the parking lot. And the girl, I guess she got her car towed.
Damn, so that towing thing is like a thing, huh?
It's a thing. It's very much a thing. It was an easy mistake to make on her part. It was just kind of the next lot over. It was like that tows, this one doesn't. It's like kind of this one of those things where it just sort of happened. I felt bad for her or whatever, but it was also like, I don't know. I walked out. My car's on the other side. I walked to the parking lot to say goodbye. You know what I mean? Just to see, maybe I could take the one girl home with me. You know what I mean? You need a ride kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then, so they're like, oh, hey, would you mind driving us to, our house? I was like, I would love to, but I only have one seat in my car available. Like, it's just my little car. And she's like, oh, no, it's fine. Like, it won't be a big deal. And I'm like, yeah, you say that. But my buddy just got a DUI on this road like a few months ago. So it's not necessarily fine. And if they see 4 people or 3 people in a smart car, very much grounds to pull the car over. So it's like, I will even make 2 trips, but I'm not taking both of you in the car at the same time. And it was really weird. It was really poorly received.
This sounds like a fucking the riddle, where it's like you have like a duck. What the fuck is it? Like a duck, some bread or some shit. You got to go across the river, but you can only, you know what I mean? It's one of those old fable riddles.
You can only make 2 trips, but you have to bring 3 things, but one of them floats.
Yeah, some shit like that. Like, all right, you have a smart car, you have 2 drunk girls. How do you transport them past the Austin police without getting arrested? You know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, I just don't want that smoke, like, and it's also like, why are you putting this on me? Like, if it's so close to fucking Uber, why is this becoming like my problem?
Society, man.
Yeah,
Well, even though they just got hacked. Did you hear about that shit?
Yeah, I think I did. I don't know all the details though.
So get a Lyft instead, Lyft. But yeah, we live in a society, so you can get a Lyft.
Very much so. It was. I thought it was a little unreasonable, but I also was just like, well, I can't ignore the fact that this is a pattern with me. That situation just end up uncomfortably.
Well, I mean, what the fuck were you supposed to do?
I don't know. I think I did the right thing, but still, I was just kind of throwing it to like on the cocktail lounge, I was just throwing it to the panel. I'm just like, is there something I'm missing here? Did I fuck up in some way? Like, is this a personality defect of mine?
I mean, that you didn't want to get arrested? No, it's just you're being, you know what I mean? You don't want to take more risks than you have to. So
yeah. And also, the last time I took like traffic advice from girls, I got towed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was a pre-show, so the people
they don't know the context. But yeah, I was like, so I'm kind of like, all due respect, young lady. I did just take terrible advice from a girl, and I don't really want to do it again.
I think you did the right thing. I think life gave you like, it's like a video game. We just did the video game shit where the video game teaches you stuff by introducing like hazards and then ramping it up. I think you had everything introduced. You had the Dewey situation, you had the towing situation introduced to like let you know, hey, if you do this, you might fuck yourself up. You didn't. So you avoid the hazard smoothly. That's what I think.
That's a good point, and that it's related to the towing was like the indicator, the commonality there. Maybe I did succeed. All right, good.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't get laid, but I mean,
that was probably but that's okay.
Yeah.
Most nights I don't get laid, so.
I
mean, that's just true. I mean, most nights I don't have a girlfriend. You know what I mean? I live alone, so most nights it's me and my hand.
Oh, Jesus! Right hand man.
But I do have a date next week, and this girl that I just met today. So I don't know. Keep my mind open to all these things.
At least keep shooting your shot, and then eventually you'll shoot your shot.
In her fucking face.
There you go.
Yes. Yeah. So that's that. Watched a little Foulball today.
Yeah, I missed it because my body clock is all fucked up from the fucking cocktail lounge. I didn't wake up until like
end? When did
4 a.m., 5 a.m., some shit like that.
Oh boy, that was a lot. I mean, I did not expect that to go so long. I was almost thinking about wrapping up early when we were talking about like, the entertainment news and stuff, because like we lost Sentient Dildo, so yeah, I was like, oh man, this is not going great tonight. But once we got in the video game conversation, it did start to get more spicy. And then I was glad to see you. I was happy you were there. And then Rock Fan jumped on, and then the panel Brahma, and then the panel really started to like get active. But then we had to go through that whole list.
That list was so massive and so wrong.
So wrong.
And it engendered us having to talk so much about so many of these games because they were so misplaced and so off. And yeah, so that messed my body clock up. So I didn't watch football because I didn't get up. I mean, I could have watched the late night game, but then I was on Nick's stream. So, but yeah, I didn't get up till real late.
Yeah. I would have if I had to work. I was still late to work, but I had to the past 2 days. Just. Ugh. But yeah, so I went to work and was checking out some football. I wouldn't say I was watching it, but the Jets did pull out a miraculous comeback in the fourth quarter.
Oh man. Cool.
Yeah.
The Lions even won against the Commanders for whatever that's worth.
The Commanders. Such
a terrible name. Hey, this is the Guardians, not the Indians anymore. So
I know. I saw that when I was looking at the baseball standings. The Guardians.
They've been Guardians for a couple years, I think.
What the hell is that?
Hey, stop being a damn bigot.
Okay, fine. I will stop being a bigot. Why is that name so stupid?
They could have picked better replacement names. Guardians and Commanders just sound like little league teams.
I always just think of Any Given Sunday.
Yeah.
And the terrible team names. It just sounds like they just
Yeah.
like, we have to come up with a name, so we'll just call it that.
Yeah.
The Knights versus the Sharks. You're just like, all right, those aren't real NFL teams.
Yeah. The Knights or something like that. The Wildcats. Oh man.
My high school's mascot was the Knights.
Yeah.
The West Essex Knights.
Oh.
That does sound like I went to like some private academy or something.
Yeah, you went to some snobby white privilege school.
West Essex. It does sound so like. It was a regional high school. There were one town that was super rich. It's called Essex Fells. And that kind of sits between two more working class towns, but that one almost looks like the old English countryside. Like it kind of has that motif of as a town, like I don't know how a town can have a motif, but it does. And it's really nice, like all these stone shingled roofs and stuff like that, big mansions and shit like that. Small town, but really wealthy. Then there's another town called North Caldwell, which is also a rich area. And that, fun fact, is where Tony Soprano was supposed to live in the Soprano universe.
Ah.
Yes, and that's because the creator of that show went to my high school and is from North Caldwell.
Ah.
We used to drive past the Sopranos' house sometimes. Ooh,
that's pretty cool.
It actually was pretty fucking cool. I mean, they were always filming around where I, lived and stuff like that. And I was an extra in the last episode.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. You're part of history.
Yes, very much so. An indelible part, if you ask me.
Yeah, man.
So it was those two towns, Essex Fells, North Caldwell, and there was also Fairfield. Now, Fairfield was the little more, let's say, working class, even much more working class of a town. A white trash is what I'm trying to say. There's a lot of white trash from Fairfield.
I see.
Just a little more, I don't know. It kind of had like that vibe, too. There was definitely like, a lot of white dudes wearing Fila. You know what I mean?
Oh shit! White dudes weren't feeling in the 90s.
Definitely,
it's such a time and a place.
Hip hop and basketball sneakers and stuff like that. Baggy jeans. You get the image. And then there's a town that I'm from.
Be white trash when it's hip hop? More white supremacy. Go on.
Listen, I don't know if they're connected. It's just what it was. It was the accurate description of the photo. They weren't not even that trashy. They're just on the trashier side.
Something Trump Wignot. Go ahead.
And then the town that I'm from was a little town called Roseland, and that was pretty much like across the board. Like, I guess technically it's upper middle class, but it wasn't. It was just suburban homes. Like it wasn't anything like fucking super nice. But that was the regional high school that I went to, so there was that kind of economic diversity. Not a lot of racial diversity though. Very, very white.
I see.
With a few Asian, a few Latino, but mostly just white people. The way it should be.
See, I told you.
I knew it. I
knew it. Damn it.
Yes. Yeah. But people always act like, oh, then they're all just like passing money around to each other. You know what I mean? Like, it sucked. High school still sucked. It wasn't like they were like, hey, you're white, you're one of us. We didn't even think of it like that. There was still like all the social hierarchies. There was all still like the what town you were from, like who was cool, dressing well, pretty girl. It was all still, it's just a fucking high school.
High school was trash. I hated high school so much. I went to two high schools and I hated both of them.
Did not enjoy myself. Well, there were some good times though. There was definitely like we had like the lunchroom table where we would just really just sit at the table and then just destroy each other, just absolutely trash each other for the entire length of lunch, and that would be what we would do. Then you would just try to get it off you and hopefully onto someone else. You weren't in the barrel, but sometimes you were in the barrel, and sometimes it would go on for several days. That sucked. Oh, they would leave, come back, sit down, start trashing you again, and you just stuck.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was brutal. It was brutal. But it's the most fun when it's not you. When it's not you and it's on someone else and they just sit there and take it and they can't think of anything to say and you just like pile on them. Oh. Yeah. It wasn't nice things too. They were very mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember one that got my friend John once. There was this kid, Mike DeWitt. and he had kind of a prominent forehead, you know, but it's almost like the rest of his face was kind of in. And I was looking at his face one day, and I was like, it looks like when you were an infant, you got hit in the face with a shovel.
Jesus.
And it looked like it just sort of created this shape on your face.
Maybe
and
his mom just had a funny shaped pussy, and that's why it came out.
Could have been. I don't know. You know, shovel shaped pussy. Could have been. Yeah. I don't know. But my buddy John exploded at that, and then just laughed. And I was thrilled to get the laugh, and thrilled that it wasn't me getting destroyed for whatever myriad of things. Oh, I almost so stupidly just revealed some of the things that they made fun of me for, but I am not that dumb.
Oh, man. See, now I see why people say we should be live, because the chat will be going ham to learn all the shit.
Guess what? I'm never going to tell you, stupids. I just fucking said I wasn't going to say it. Yeah, no, because then they would just keep saying it. So I would not want to give them the ammunition. And nothing stings. Nothing stings like those. I will give one. I'll give one. I'll give one.
Yeah.
I'm a generous God.
That's the masochist, I know. Go ahead.
Well, it doesn't apply anymore, so I don't care. But when I was 14, this fucking French kid, God damn it, son of a bitch. I think he was French. He was very handsome, very tall. I think he was like a soccer player. And I was neither of those things. I was a chubby little goober. And he was looking at my hands like, your fingers are so fat. They're like little sausages. And I was like, shut up. Like I don't think I had any kind of a comeback or anything like that. I just sort of was just like hoping that this would end. And then it didn't. And then they're like little meatballs. And then he just started calling me Meatball.
Oh, man. Meatball Productions.
Meatball, that one stuck.
I think it's back, man.
Sucked.
Chat. Hopefully I'm in the chat with you. Meatball Productions. We're running with it.
Fuck you trying to encourage them.
It's like, it's wide open. If I didn't encourage them, they'd do it on their own.
I know they're going to do it on their own. They don't need any assistance from you. You don't need to egg them on.
This is like bulletin board material.
No, Central Diddle will never forget this. I'm going to keep calling Meatball. But that doesn't bother me anymore because I'm not out of shape, so I don't care.
Yeah.
But at the time when
I can't say shit, right?
When I was chubby, when I was young, that really that hurt. That hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Meatball. Oh, fucking jerk off. Yeah. God, that was
brutal.
I realized I went to 2 high schools too. I didn't even think about it. But I went to one my freshman year because my mother's a high school teacher, and she thought it'd be better for my studies if I went to her high school, which is really brilliant. You should bring your fucking son on his freshman year to go to a completely different environment. You know what I mean? Like that won't shock his system. But I went for a year.
You're back from another edit.
But I went to that high school, and that is an incredibly wealthy high school. Like, so rich. Like, those towns and like that part of Jersey are fucking like money, big money. And the chicks at that high school, holy dude. So many hot chicks. Like we had a lot of hot chicks at my high school. They were so like gorgeous, like the hottest chicks you'd ever seen. Because makes sense, right? Because they all money. There was so many hot girls at that high school, and I got I got none of them. To be fair, I was only 14.
Still, it's gotta suck.
Oh, it definitely sucked. And I had no self-awareness either, like, and no confidence, like no courage to ask out a girl. You know, like,
weirdly, I was more courageous my freshman year than other years because I was just like, "Fuck it, I'm just going." The first year I went for the gusto, and then I was beaten into submission by then, and never again.
No, I mean, also like I didn't know anyone. I didn't live there. You know what I mean? I was coming to a completely different environment, so it was like even that on top of being a goofy 14-year-old kid. But I remember there was this girl, Katie Bowen, and I thought she was super cute. And she did everything but tell me to ask her out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just didn't. Like, I remember distinctly, we were at the chalkboard together, and we were writing something, and she goes, "How you doing?" And like threw her like hips into me. You know what I mean? Like we were. Yeah, and I didn't take any action. No action on my part. Just sat there and just was like, I don't even know if I said anything.
That's brutal. You know what I think about? Because, like, I think about shit like that happen. Like high school, girls throw themselves at you so much more than any other time in your life. You'll
And you
never
don't
get that
see it.
again. And
It's
then
like
you're
you'll
too
never see it.
scared. Your testosterone's all fucked up because you're still developing. You'll never get that opportunity again. Ever.
No. That's it. Like they change with the, they adjust
they get
to
all
us.
old and fat and shit. That's the worst.
Jesus Christ, that took a dark turn.
That's what happens.
I just meant when you go to college.
Immediately.
Oh my God, you always go so negative.
What? It's the life I know.
Just so negative. That's God. My brain is barely
middle
working.
of nowhere, Michigan, man.
No, but those moments are so embarrassing when you're young, or they're just so brutal. Like the emotion, the feelings you have when you're that age are so intense.
Right? Yeah, man.
Oh my God, I remember. So we had to do not line dancing, but kind of like country dancing. Mm-hmm. In that same high school when I was a freshman, we had to do like whatever. You had to pair up with girls and like dance or whatever. And I remember I was dancing with a girl, and she was fucking cute as shit. She was this girl, and like I remember she was like, it was like the first time I'd ever seen it. She had like the short shorts, but they were like too short, and like her butt cheek was hanging out, and that was a good day.
Yeah,
that was a good day in my high school for me. But when I got to dance with her, they paired me up or whatever, and I remember I felt this like itch in my nose, and I was like, I have to scratch this, and I was like, no, don't, just like deal with it.
Oh no.
And then like I was just like looking, and then my eyes started watering up from the itch.
Yeah.
And she's looking at me like, what's this? And I just had to like, then I had to like, it looked even worse. Like it got, like it looked even freakier. Oh man, just another. Man. And then I think remember someone was just like, oh yeah, I saw you pick your nose while you were dancing with so and so. It's like, I didn't pick my nose, I had an itch, okay?
Yeah.
But I genuinely did. It sucked. It was just the worst time thing. Like things like that are so monumentally embarrassing. It's always like it's kind of just the joke's on you. Like you do not find that funny in that moment at all.
Man, like high school was traumatic for me. I mean, see, I'm in the fucking mask, so you see, I got fucked up. I just like, man, I try to bottle all that shit in, act like it never happened. That was the best. That was the only way I could kind of like, because I've been always like say you go to a dark place and or some more. I'm a dark, depressing dude normally, man. And so, and high school was like the pinnacle of high school and middle school. Was just, oh man, horrible.
Did you have a goth face?
Didn't have a goth face per se.
Man,
but
life is pain. No one gets me.
I did feel that way, but I didn't go gothic. I just wore whatever the fuck, but still, no one understands men. That shit. So
did you date? Did you date in high school?
No, I don't think I did date anyone in high school.
Did I tell you I lost my virginity? I did.
Yeah. We
did that on the
Patreon.
Yeah, but that's behind a paywall. But
yeah.
Well, true. Not anymore. Now it's just unlisted. But
yeah.
No, that was pretty sick. But I also told you that was like the first time I ever kissed a girl. So I was like 16.
Yeah.
Didn't do well, and then I got a girlfriend later that summer or spring. God, the timeline's so hard to follow because it was like 20 years ago.
Yeah, bro.
I know, but that girl basically just picked me. You know what I mean? I didn't really have much of a say in the matter. I was just like, oh, okay, I got selected.
Yeah.
And so dated her, but then I was just kind of dated her for the rest of high school. But like other than that, no, I didn't. I never had any like successful dating. God, it's been so long trying to remember all this stuff. But I'm trying to think if I ever hooked up with anyone from my high school. Probably after high school, but it's been a while. I really don't even remember.
I don't think I did. I mean, I think there were people who went to my high school, but I don't think it was people like I knew in high school.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any super humiliating? Oh, I did hook up with one girl from my high school because I cheated on my girlfriend. I forgot about this. This was at a New Year's Eve party, and I was probably like 17. It was a house party at this girl Lindsay's house, and she was one of the ones who lived in Essex Fells. Was pretty rich.
But
yeah. Well, I didn't hook up with Lindsay. Lindsay was hot, but no, her mom was like one of the cool moms, who would like hang out with us while we were drinking and shit like that.
Yeah.
I think she had like a pill thing because she always seemed a little loopy,
That's crazy.
Yeah, but so it was a New Year's Eve party. The whole house was just just a one big fucking orgy of kids drinking and partying. And there was this girl, Deanna, who I guess someone told me had liked me. I guess like told me like, oh, Deanna likes you. And I was like, I'm not. I think I was either dating my girl or I really just wasn't into it. I was like, oh, okay, she's not really cute, not really my thing. But it was like she's like cute enough. Like she was like, but she was slutty cute. You know what I mean? Like hot but kind of trashy, sort of slutty.
Yeah.
But she was into me, and so on this New Year's Eve party, I had my girlfriend, but my girlfriend wasn't there. She was at some other party, like across town or something like that.
The hell?
I don't remember why. I don't remember. Who knows? Whatever. But so this
Did right
girl
by cheating on her. Then go ahead.
Whatever. I mean, it was high school. I mean, and by the time, but I was in a relationship with that girl for a while. So after a while, you're just kind of like, I don't even, this isn't even fun. This is just kind of like it's like a job having this girlfriend. I wasn't like in love with her. I thought I was, but who knows? Oh God, I was so happy when that relationship was over. Oh, I went on a fucking tear too, man.
Yeah.
Whoa, buddy, anything and everything, like a tornado. I just pulled it all like a fucking Tasmanian devil going through pussy, like anything that came my way. Because it was just such a chore being in that relationship. Anyway, so at this New Year's Eve party, this girl Deanna was just like following me around. And my buddies were like, kind of playing goalie, against her. And I remember for whatever reason, I was in the basement and I'm by myself and she found me. And then, when you're drunk and 17, you can only hold out for so long. So
she sexually assaulted you by their laws, right?
Probably. But I think if a guy.
Yeah. Let this be the shoe on the other foot.
But that's not, you can't play that game. It doesn't go like that. Like, especially for their logic. They're not going to be like, oh, I am being a hypocrite. Like, it's never going to happen. It's not like a moment.
Like a hardcore feminist now, too.
She's probably got like 4 kids and fat. Like, you know what I mean? She's
got me cynical when I said that shit.
Yeah, but I wasn't saying, oh, all women now are fat and gross and life's bad.
A lot of them out of the high school, you see these girls who are like in the prime of their lives, they're beautiful, and they grow up, and then most of them end up like with kids a few years out, and they're just all like, whoa.
It does happen. It does happen. But yeah, no, I don't know. I don't even know if I ever talked to her after that. It wasn't even that good of sex too. It was pretty uncomfortable, and I was so like hesitant, like I was doing it, but in the back, but I felt guilty while I was doing it. Like it wasn't like I just full on cheated. Like I was just, it was, and I think I just pumped her a few times. I don't even remember if I came. It was just like one of those things. Yeah, I felt so bad the next day.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy, I felt so guilty.
Aw, little guilty ass Matt. Young Matt.
And I remember I called my girlfriend and I was just like on the phone. I'm like, is your dad in the room with you? And she goes, yeah. I was like, oh, would you mind just going to a different room? And then for whatever reason, there was like, and I was like building up to telling her. And then there was like, oh, honey. And she had to go like talk to her dad or something like that. And then for whatever reason, she's like, what you want to talk about? Once she came back, I just didn't have the courage to tell her again, and I just never did. Just held on to that one forever.
That's probably a good thing, because I mean, listen, man, women cheat so much more than men, and they lie about it and justify it. So she might have already cheated on you. You wouldn't know.
It's totally possible.
Statistically likely.
So yeah, I mean,
I know. Somebody's like, oh, you're always dark and black pilled about everything. I am. Right.
Yeah, I don't know. It was 20 years ago. If she cheated on me in high school, it is what it is. I don't care.
Ja Rule was still hot at the time, so I mean, it's been
absolutely. No, Ja Rule was not hot at the time. That was during the 50 Cent thing.
It's the 50 Cent. Yeah, come up at the time then.
Yeah, that was the end. Ja Rule was over after that.
Yeah, so even still a long time ago. Still. Kids have been conceived, born, got all the way through high school since then.
Yeah. Hey, do you watch Rick and Morty?
I don't. I know everyone else does, but I do not.
I like it.
Yeah.
There's things I don't like about it, but I was talking to a buddy at work today about it, and he was saying how it's like he likes to binge it, and I'm like, yeah, me too. Like, I don't like to wait week to week because you build it up, and then it's just like 25 minutes of like fart jokes, and you're just like, I mean, okay, I don't know if that was worth the wait necessarily, but I found myself getting back into it. It's a funny show.
Yeah, I have not checked it out. I mean, I don't know. I have checked it out, and I don't know. You know what? I find most things to be mid, and that's just me as a person. I'm just, It's kind of like I used to have a friend who used to call me Eeyore, and because I just was high, I was okay.
Eeyore.
Yeah, because that's everything. I guess it's all right. That's cool. You know,
That's pretty funny.
This is how I am. But yeah,
Cyberpunk is good. Cyberpunk's worth checking out.
Yeah, I'm going to check it out.
That's good.
I am checking out. I'm thinking about. We should probably do a review on it.
I would do it for sure. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, my brother said it was good too, and not enough people have said it was good to turn me off. It's just the right amount of people for me to be interested. So I'm gonna probably check it out after this. At least check out an episode or two.
Yeah,
it's fairly short, right?
Like 25 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, it's like 30 minutes, but with credits. It's
Yeah.
an anime too, so there's credits at the beginning and at the end. Like there's a you know what I mean? It's got the whole sequence.
Yeah.
It's good. I really liked it. I finished watching it, I think, last night. I fucking loved it. Yeah.
How many episodes?
10. 10 episodes.
Yeah. So that's smooth. Yeah. That's a smooth little solid viewing experience. Yeah,
it's got a really clean arc. It's a really, really good storytelling. Like it's like the journey and like where it goes and what he goes through. It's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'd check it out. Yeah. I know a lot, like I said, you've been recommending. I've seen other people talk about it. Brother talked about it. I'm like, you know what? Hasn't been overkill like fucking Dread or something like that. Where everyone's, oh my God, it's the greatest thing. Jizz.
You're still wrong about Dread.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. Dread is awesome.
It's overrated.
I forgot who agreed with you. Someone agreed with you in the chat. Some like YouTuber. Do you want to look at Mugshawtys?
Oh shit! I forgot all about Mugshawtys.
We haven't checked it out in a little while.
Yeah, we can bring these Mugshawtys, these Harleys back. I just remember I can change her.
So funny.
Guys are such simp.
Dewey.
Okay, thank God. They were like, I thought you were going to say a triple homicide. Fire burned down. There was the one chick that looked like she was like 15 and just like, yeah.
I'd say this girl, she looks like an anime girl.
She kind of does, right?
Got like big eyes and like, you're just like, is this a person? Oh yeah, anime eyes. What the fuck from Mega Lizard. Hashtag free my girl. DUI she locked up. We can go from DUI to IUD. Yeah, she does. No, for sure. I'm intoxicated by her eyes.
Right?
She's crying. Her feelings are hurt. Let her go. Wrong person.
I love the Sims in the comments. They're great.
It's so funny.
It's so great.
Oh,
shit.
Oh.
Okay.
Yummy. Organized scheme to defraud criminal use of public record forgery and making false official statements with selling fake doctor's notes for handicapped parking passes up to $200 a piece. Damn, she's sexy.
Yeah, man. She seems like intelligent and educated.
Look at that ass, huh?
Right?
Jeez. God damn.
Right?
That is one sexy ass chick right there.
Yeah, she's dope.
Just a businesswoman doing business.
Right?
Entrepreneur.
Right? The fact they call her in those tight ass yoga pants, it's like, man.
Yeah. And it looks like the officer there might be sort of appreciating her physique as well.
I think she is as well.
Yeah. She's going to be very looking forward to that strip search later.
Right?
Goddamn, she's fucking hot, huh?
Yeah, I could change her.
Yeah, for sure.
Fuck. She didn't do anything. A little business fraud.
I'll just start doing some research. I'm like, here's where you made a mistake. Next time, here's what we do. Yeah, I'll be your partner.
We're going to figure it out.
We'll split it 50-50. Okay, 60-40 in your favor.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Whoa. Assault. Ran up on another girl, grabbed her by the hair, punched her in the face while dragging her to the ground, and then continued to assault the other girl. Wow.
This feels too Michigan to me. Like, this just seems like something Like, yeah, man. I don't know, man. I don't know if she's hot enough to potentially get punched.
No, I agree.
Now that's what I'm doing. I'm judging their hotness by their crime. Are they hot enough to have gotten away with the crime? She's like, I feel this is some low self-esteem shit to say, but I feel like if I can smash, you're not hot enough to get away with the crime. And so I think I can smash, so she's not hot enough to get away with the crime.
Is that like the I'd never be a member of a club that would have me as a member or something like that?
Some shit like that.
Never belong to a club. Yeah.
Yeah, basically. Like you're not quite hot enough to
Yeah, no. But she does look kind of just like she's like a yoga instructor or something like that, you know? Like,
yeah, you do need to see the body, right? Because that tells a lot.
It does tell a lot, but I'm just thinking like, wow, like this assault charge, like what the hell is the story behind this?
We mentioned white trash earlier.
She doesn't really look white trash, does she? She's got really clean skin.
She looks like she could be white trash, just with good skin.
Yeah, maybe it's possible. I don't know. That's just not the vibe I'm getting.
In the trailer. I don't know.
It's just not the vibe I'm getting by looking at her. She could be. I want to know the story. Yeah. What's the next one? Skipping out on a Chili's tab. That's a new low.
Press report. She claims she was being harassed because cops had never seen anyone as pretty as her. This is Hen Bustami, who was arrested near baggage claim last week. Turns out she had an arrest warrant from Las Vegas Municipal Court. Bustami was uncooperative while being detained. She was later booked into Clark County Detention Center.
I feel like a forehead, right?
I feel like that might not be the issue.
No. There's a lot of forehead in that situation, man. And then she had the braids. Man, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really
like, I'm sure she can make herself up and look like beautiful. Just that mugshot with the there's a lot of
she's kind of got like a Megamind brain.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, yeah.
Yeah.
This bitch got Professor X vibes. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Nah.
That's pretty funny. I love it. It's like no one had ever seen anyone this beautiful, and then they cut to her. You're like, I don't know if that was the issue.
No. Unless that was taken after she had already been in jail for a while and became someone's bitch.
Yeah.
Speaking of not looking like a real person, what's going on here?
I don't know. This is Alyssa Rain. Oh yeah. She doesn't. Huh?
Is she a porn star? Like
Mad. Her Instagram is Mad Thotty. Let's see.
Cause just that name.
Yeah. Awful lot of white girl. Alyssa Rain. Houston, Texas to LA.
Hey, local.
Yeah, this girl's trouble. There's a lot of filter on that photo.
Right? Like digitally edited.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I'm gonna guesstimate.
Oof.
She's probably 30 to 40 pounds bigger than you think she is.
Yeah, I would think so too. And look at the makeup, dude. Look how much makeup she's wearing there.
I think this is a Wicked Witch situation. You splash water, you're gonna, melt.
Yeah.
I don't know about this. What did she do?
She beat her man's ass.
Oh fuck no.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Again, we bring it. Sometimes it's on me. It looks like the white trash is getting.
It's a very pretty mugshot though. Like just
the mugshot's better than what she did. It looks like they put the filter on this.
Yeah, no, she looks pretty cute. Maybe she lost weight since she put those things on Instagram. I don't know. Alyssa Rain. That does sound like a porn starry name.
Yeah, it's not the name that her mom and dad gave her.
No, Alyssa Rain. It's too porn starry. Let me see if she does do porn.
OnlyFans.
Well, it's not on her Instagram, so you'd think it would be there if it was going to be anywhere. If it is, she used a different name. I don't see any porn with Alyssa Rain. Awful lot of white girl.
I love that.
God damn. Oh, her other Instagram is just like basically nudity. Yeah, no, that girl is trouble, buddy. Stay far away.
Hey, she's in the Houston area. I mean, hey. I'm not doing so hot over here. So, if Alyssa Rain should splash on by, it is what it is.
Hey, you know what I mean? Catch a little moisture.
Right?
You know, you don't need no umbrella for Alyssa Rain.
No, I better. I'm gonna guess I do.
Yeah, I would say if you do,
put
put on your good galoshes. Yeah. So.
Right.
All right.
Like, I'm starting to like Mugshawtys.
Possession of marijuana and possession of a dangerous utensil.
Oh no, she's hot enough to smoke weed with. Have a what the hell's a dangerous utensil?
I don't know.
A gun?
She is pretty cute though. She's not rocking my world or anything, but she is cute.
But the crime in, I mean, smoking weed. That's what I'm doing on the stream. So like, yeah, hell yeah, man.
Yeah, that's fine.
Smoking weed. You have a utensil. Like I said, nah, she would have stabbed somebody. It's like, nah, man, you're not stabbing somebody cute.
I wonder, that could just be like something that she cleans out the bowl with, you know?
Yeah, right.
You know, who knows what's a dangerous utensil? That is very vague.
You know, it probably is something like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's marijuana. I mean, you know, whatever.
Come on, man. Why are we still prosecuting people for marijuana?
Honest to God. Ooh, I don't think she's a shorty.
No.
That's
shout out to my dudes.
She's got a white wine T-shirt on. Oh my God.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? This is Karen.
Yeah. 13 counts of money laundering and 3 counts of grand theft. Convinced three different banks to lend a total of $5.9 million in a money laundering scheme.
See, now this is why this is either white privilege confirmed or female privilege confirmed. Because I can't just pull off, hey, you know what, can you give me $5.9 million, you banks? Like, yeah, man,
well, she didn't pull it off either.
That's true.
She's very much in jail.
That's true.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, why not Central?
All right. There was one of battery.
She's got those crazy eyes. I wanted to say,
she does have crazy eyes
because she looks like the sex is pretty good as well. She looks like that situation.
Those are good lips, but those eyes are a little. They don't feel like they line up correctly. You're like,
and then you hear battery. She will whoop somebody.
Yeah, that girl's dangerous. Oh yeah, she will ruin your life. She'll like be hitting you and being like making it like it's your fault, you know?
Yeah, man.
You know.
She seems like she might bust the windows out your car.
Yeah, but she might get me though. As I'm like looking into her
eyes.
Right?
Like, but you might bust the biggest nut you've ever bust. So it's that risk reward.
She could probably talk me into it. Oh man.
Battery, you know what? I think I could change her. No, I mean for real, I can't date a chick that might put her hands on me. Because the thing is, if I retort, I might fuck her up. You know what I'm saying?
And you genuinely don't need drama like that. Like women like that, even if the sex is good, it always gets overshadowed by just what a nightmare being around them is.
Too much stress.
Oh, it's awful. It's just so much work. It consumes your life. It becomes all you do is date this idiot.
Yeah.
Dewey with a BAC of 0.1 to 0.2. Oof. That's a lot. That's a lot of alcohol.
Yeah.
That's a fair amount.
So, hey, we both can enjoy whiskey. I don't think she was too bad looking, but
this girl's a little model.
Yeah. What did she do?
Dewey.
Yeah, I'll drink with the last two.
I mean, I'm saying, like, this one especially, I would be like,
Yeah,
don't do it. We all make mistakes.
Yeah, right?
You know, I'll drive you around. Don't worry about it.
Exactly.
I got you covered.
I
love her.
Exactly, right? Right?
I love her. That's so funny. You made her cry. I'm under her influence. Hermione moving mad.
Yeah, man.
Hermione.
She does kind of give you those vibes. But yeah. I'll definitely have a shot with her.
Yeah. Santa Cruz. Yeah, she's a cutie pie. Possession of THC. She's cute.
Yeah, we could definitely smoke together too. Mm-hmm. That's no issues there.
Yeah, no. I mean, come on, right? These laws in this state.
Yeah, the fuck? Yeah. Seriously, THC. I mean, I know we started with the real dark one. I'm not trying to see that, but come on, man.
Yeah. Oh, I think we did all these.
Oh, man. Now we're going backwards.
Yeah. Yeah, because I liked a few of these comments.
Now we've done all the Mugshawtys.
Yeah. we went in a circle. But the Mugshawtys rules. Shouts to Luis J. Gomez for that one, because that was the first I heard about it. It's so funny.
Yeah, I might clip that out. I like the Mugshawtys.
Yeah, it's good. It's funny. Mugshawtys rules.
Just love, and I love the comments, man. I love the
so funny
comments.
So
DUI lover.
DUI lover.
Then the one thick ass girl was just a businesswoman doing business.
They got another entrepreneur. Shake my head. Like,
Yeah.
So funny.
That's great.
Oh yeah, no, that's good. Anything else you got for today, Mr. Vigilante Williamson?
About an hour. Not really. Not really. I guess, keep watching the channel. Keep checking. I have a question, because I had tried to cut holes in the eyes, and do my eyes look fucked up, like frayed and shit?
No, I mean, it looks like there's these kind of weird, like, black dots on your eye that are a little, like, off balance, like off center.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, I can't
see
that. I wouldn't have noticed if you didn't say anything.
Yeah, but now everyone notices, and they're all noticeable.
You asked about it on the air. What do you want me to do?
I know. I wasn't smart. This is what happens when you just impromptu. Oh, let me do something.
Rats.
Yeah.
Rats.
But yeah, don't really have anything. Thank you all who've been watching this show. I appreciate you guys being here. If you like the video, do you have anything else?
No, I hope that you all had fun. I mean, I basically just woke up and hopped on this show, so if my timing was off, or I wasn't funny, or I wasn't interesting, I apologize, because I'm a little groggy and a little wipe my eyes. But however, I am not a professional stand-up comedian. But
not yet.
I will be speaking to one on my podcast this week.
Hey.
Please check out the MFer on Wednesday, as I will have the lovely and talented and based as fuck Chrissy Mayer on my show.
Hey.
Cool. Super cool. So Wednesday, keep an eye out for that. Chrissy Mayer on my show.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So check that out. Please sub to Foulball if you haven't already, which I'm sure you have. If you like the video, please like the video. If you're so obliged to share, subscribe, please do that. And even if you do none of these things, thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Good night. God bless. I'll talk to all you guys later. Peace.